Everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a very important thing. Recently, the China and USA USA rolled back the tariffs to China. So why is the reason? We will go through on some of the historical things and why it is rolled back. Actually, the United States has agreed to significant rollback to tariff on Chinese goods, right? In effective from the Wednesday, 14th of May, right? In for an initial period of 90 days. Actually, the decision comes after high stakes trade talks in Geneva between the USA and the Chinese officials. Here are the, let us see the key reasons behind on this rollback. What are the key reasons behind on this rollback? And let us see actually desire for a large trade deal and its primary motivative it's to escalate the ongoing trade war, right, between China and USA to create a window for further negotiations aimed to reaching a more comprehensive and long-term trade agreement between two largest economies in the world, right? That's number one. And economic pressure. When it comes to the economic pressure, it's a tariffs imposed by the both sides began to negatively impact for their economies. Like, for example, in China, one side and other side to USA, right? In the US, concerns were the rising about the increase in the prices of consumers and the disruptions the supply chains and affecting various manufacturing sectors like plastic industry, food industry, and weapons industry, steel industry, and consumer industry, so many things. Right? Even China also has experienced a plunge to exports and related to economic strain. And market instability, also escalating tariffs to lead to significant turmoil in financial markets globally, like with the stock markets experiencing considering volatility and the rollback announcement and Monday in 2025, and triggered substantial related to the global stock markets and increasing the markets, indicating the markets relief on the easy tensions, right? And when we come to the diplomatic pressure between the China and US, the US business is slightly the concerns where increasingly feeling the burden higher costs due to the tariffs, right? Leading the domestic pressure on the domestic in the administration to find the resolution, right? And the Chinese states, if you go to the Chinese states, experts, they suggested China from the states and the retaliatory measurements may have played a role to the US reconsidering the aggressive tariff strategy, right? Prohibitively high tariffs essentially among the mutual trade embargo, which neither side ultimately desired, right? And fraternity concerns like the fraternity concerns like fentanyl concerns like initial impositions like some tariffs may link the concern about the fentanyl trafficking from China. Analysts suggest that the broad of economic and the strategies concerned where the primarily drivers of the retaliation and the recent rollback. However, existing of 20% of tariffs related to fentanyl items like rare mineral earths remains in place still, right? And the US specifics of the tariff reductions, if you see, actually in like the US will reduce the tariffs on the Chinese goods from 140% to 30%, and the 30% includes become the tariffs of an additional 20% tariff related to fentanyl items, and China has lower tariffs on US goods as from 125 to 10%, and China has also agreed to suspend the remove non-tariff countermeasurements it had previously imposed, right? So that's a good thing, actually. Actually, summarized, if you see, these tariffs roll back temporarily, at least for 90 days, lasting for 90 days, right? So tariffs could be restated or adjusted depending on the progress in the future negotiations, and existing tariffs on the certain sectors like automobile, steel, and aluminium remains in place still, right? This remains still in place, right? And the long-term impact for the U.S.-China trade agreement, if you see the trade agreement, impact on the U.S.-China trade relationship, global economy will depend on whether lasting on the trade agreement can be reaching of 90 days of withdrawal. Right? That's how it goes. And see you another great video. Bye-bye.